boys and girls, I'm so glad you're joining in today. All this month, we've been learning about responsibility. You probably know the definition by heart by now, but let's read it together one more time, okay? Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. We started this month learning that Jesus simplified everything, giving us one priority for our lives. We also learned a couple parables that Jesus taught, and don't forget the ant and sluggard lesson. Through all of these lessons, we have learned some really good rules for life. Do you remember what they are? Love God and love others. Share what you have. Make the most of what you've been given and work hard. Well, today we're going to look at one more rule of life, and our lesson comes to us from the book of Ephesians, which is found in the New Testament, and it's actually a letter written by the Apostle Paul to the church in, can you guess? Ephesus. And you might remember Paul. He's the one who didn't believe Jesus was God's son and went around arresting followers of Jesus. Then he goes blind on the road to Damascus and becomes a follower of Jesus himself. And yes, he got his sight back. Does any of this sound familiar? Well, Paul spent a lot of time traveling and teaching people about Jesus, and one of the places he went to was Ephesus. Now, at the time that he wrote this letter, he was in prison because he'd been arrested for teaching others about Jesus. And there are so many good lessons we can learn from the book of Ephesians, but we're going to focus on just one verse today, okay? Let's read it together. It comes to us from Ephesians 4:29. Don't let any evil talk come out of your mouths. Say only what will help to build others up and meet their needs. Then what you say will help those who listen. Don't let any evil talk come out of your mouths. Do you know what that means, evil talk? I mean, I think we all have an idea, but I also think it can be a bit confusing. So I looked up another translation, the Message version, and it says it this way: watch the way you talk. Let nothing foul or dirty come out of your mouth. Say only what helps, each word a gift. Okay, so we take these two together. We know that we need to watch the way we talk and avoid using bad words. But Paul didn't stop there, did he? He went on to say what kind of words we should use. Words that will build others up. Say things that will help others. And I have a question for you. Have you ever been hurt by someone else's words? I have. I mean, I think that's probably happened to all of us at some point. And hurtful words can break down relationships. And that's why it's so important for us to choose our words wisely. And it's very hard to undo the hurt that we cause by the words that we've said. Now, our words can be powerful in good ways too, like these blocks. You can build all kinds of things with blocks, can't you? Well, you can also build people up with your words. It's like Paul said in his letter, say only what will help to build others up and meet their needs. Then what you say will help those who listen. Ephesians 4:29. Has someone ever built you up with their words? Made you feel really good? Think about how that feels when someone tells you things like, oh, you're important to me. Or how about this one? You're a good friend. I always have fun with you. Or you make me laugh. I used Post-its because I didn't want to draw on the blocks that we have. You are a good listener. And I love you. And sometimes when we're going through rough times too, it's really nice to hear words of encouragement from others. And that can be so healing. Words like, I'm thinking of you. Or I'm here for you. Boys and girls, our words matter. And they have the power to build others up or tear others down. And we have the responsibility to choose what words we're going to use. And it doesn't mean that we just say nice things to people. Sometimes we need to say hard things, truthful things. And when we do, we just need to speak truth in love. So instead of saying, you're a cheater and I'm never playing with you ever again, you could say something like, it is not fun playing that game with you when you use different rules. Bottom line, use your words wisely. Let's say it together, okay? Use your words wisely. So this week, practice using your words wisely and ask a trusted grown-up if you need help figuring this out, okay? Because it can be tricky. Now, there are fun activities in your monthly box this week that will help you understand more about what it means to use your words wisely. And if you're newer to our church and you want to get a box for your family, you can follow the link below to register for one. We have them for elementary ages and for preschoolers. Okay, let's close with our memory verse for January. All right, because next week, brand new month, brand new life app. Brand new memory verse. Suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke 16:10. At this point in our service, we're going to continue in worship. And as we do, let's all come before the Lord, resting in his presence and knowing and really believing that you are beloved by God with an everlasting love. Have a great week.